Okay. Okay, Sister Umaima will then be the first to go. طيب بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي. اللهم لا سهلا إلا ما جعلته سهلا وأنت تجعل الحزن إذا شئت سهلا. أما بعد، فالسلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. أرجو أنكم بخير إن شاء الله. اليوم درسنا الخامس في المحادثة. طيب، انتهينا من الدرس الأول. الآن سننظر إلى الدرس الثاني والثالث في الوحدة الرابعة. طيب, I want to divert back to this one first. Let's do this activity quickly. So it's just 4 questions. Do you want to ask? What time do you wake up? What do you do after Fajr? What time do you go to work? And how do you go to work? You're just going to ask each other that question quickly. So we're going to go in the breakout rooms very briefly. All right. Bismillah. So you should be two, only one group should have three. That's fine.
ما شاء الله أختي أميمة، أنت معي أيضا. أختي أميمة، هذا صح؟
أعثر. يا أخي، كرر السؤال.
Okay. I think our breakout session has finished.
أوكي.
شكرا أختي
عفوا.
أميمة.
أحسنتم جزاكم الله خير. Well done to all. That was actually excellent. I checked in and everyone did very well. طيب، يوم العطلة بمعنى holiday، ويوم العمل بمعنى work day. طيب، هذا فعل مضارع أكنس بمعنى I sweep. هذا فعل مضارع بمعنى I wash. وكلمة الملابس بمعنى clothes. تمام. وكلمة الأطباق بمعنى dishes. وأكوي بمعنى I iron. وس هذا للمستقبل future tense I will. يعني مثلا أنا سأكوي، أنا سأغسل الأطباق، هكذا. طيب، give me about 10 seconds to look at that. طيب، ما معنى يوم العطلة؟ نعم صحيح. وما معنى أكنس؟ أغسل، ما معنى أغسل؟ أحسنتم، أكنس بمعنى أسوي. نعم. لا، أغسل فقط. So if only if we say سأغسل then it's I will wash. if we add the سا beginning. أحسنتم. طيب، الملابس. clothes. أحسنتم. طيب، الأطباق. نعم صحيح. طيب، أكوي. نعم أحسنتم. يوم العمل. نعم صحيح. طيب تنام. أحسنتم. س. نعم أحسنتم. طيب. We spoke about the verbs in the last lesson. We have one more to do. That is you female, right? So if you're addressing each other or if you're addressing a female, you're obviously going to have the ina at the end as well. تقرأين، تصلين، ماذا تأكلين، أين تسكنين, and so on and so forth. Okay, when you're addressing a female, don't forget about this rule that we've learned before. طيب. Okay, the verbs is fine. Exercise on the verbs. I think this is okay. طيب. Let's go on to the exercise. And Sister Maima's gonna like this one. The mother comes home after work and the house is a bomb. Put this in the context of the words that we learned about holiday and work day and asking, the parent asking the children, what are you going to do? Right? And then you have the two children, and they could also get creative in the situation with each other. Okay. So let's see what you guys can come up with. This one is a 3-man, a 3-person. Right, let's see how this works. Okay, so one group is going to have 4. So you just be patient there. Okay, let me just move some around here. Right, okay. I think that should be fine. Yeah, Bismillah. أهلا وسهلا. I think that was fun. Very well done. I know some of you you felt like you were struggling, but you were actually doing very well. You really pushed out the words and the expressions. And I just know there was one group that was scaling. That was Sister Maima's group. She was actually scaling the her children there. And there was some other interesting things going on in the other group there. So offering to pay each other to do the work, the siblings. It was very interesting. طيب, let's move on to the last one. طيب, مبكرا بمعنى آلي. أستيقظ مبكرا. You say تعال مبكرا. تعال يوم الاثنين مبكرا. طيب, متأخرا. أستيقظ متأخرا. أو تقول الباص أو التاكسي متأخرا. طيب, الصباح بمعنى morning. أشاهد I watch or I witness or I see. طيب, التلفاز from TV تلفزيون. تلفاز television. صحيفة معنى newspaper. جدي يحب قراءة الصحيفة. يحب أن يقرأ صحيفة. طيب, أو معنى أو كتاب. كتاب بمعنى book. We know this one. الكبير بمعنى big. We know that one. أيضا also we know that one. طيب, just leave it here for you just 10 seconds. طيب, مبكرا صحيح. طيب, أشاهد صحيح. التلفاز طيب, صحيفة صحيفة newspaper. طيب, أيضا صحيح. طيب, كتاب. نعم, أحسنتم. طيب, أو طيب الصباح. طيب تمام جميل. طيب متأخرا. متأخرا. جميل. طيب الكبير. جميل. طيب أحسنتم. Okay, this dialogue is very simple. This one is just open, right? So think about holiday. Think about where you go. What do you do? Um, outside the house, activities, places you go to, and what do you do there? Right? To keep it in that context, let's meet very brief. So you go jump straight into that question. Right. طيب. What do you do for the holidays? Okay, here we go. Right. Bismillah. Okay, I think we have everyone here. There we go. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Ahsantum, really well done. I think at this point, I was hearing comfortable conversations back and forth. It felt like a very natural conversation. I'm not sure if everyone will agree. I say alhamdulillah for that. That's good progress. I just want to touch on, we have a lot of stuff going on. We have Ramadan coming up. We're trying to figure out whether we're able to touch base in Ramadan or not, but also something that we need to touch base on. So remember so I think that the Wednesday Arabic conversation, I think that's fine. That is something that we wanted to do, and we in swing, we full motion. The other thing was the comprehension side. So we went on to from Arabiya Bayna Yadayk Book 2. We looked into doing something different, because in the Arabiya Bayna Yadayk Book 2, it was just a lot of vocab, and it's just vocab that we weren't using much every day. So we moved on to applying the Quranic Arabic. So we said we're going to give it a trial period for a month, and we're going to come back and then discuss how's it going in terms of our goals. So then let's hear then the feedback and see what we can do. There is one feedback. There was a request for grammar. It was mentioned something along the lines of what we did before with just Tabarak, with Surah Tabarak. Remember, that was mainly grammar and application, practical grammar type of a thing. Currently, we're looking at increasing vocabulary, a slow entry into understanding the Quran. And I think it's going well so far for that purpose. And let me hear some feedback. How are you all feeling? Do you want to give it do you want to go another month and we reassess again at that time? We're just getting the feel of it. Let me open the floor.
Ustad, what was the text that that Ustad suggested we read as well?
Just repeat again. What other text?
Yeah. The one was the Quranic Arabic, and the other one was reading a text. Yes.
Oh, like the tafsir. No, the other one was Quranic Arabic, but it was just how we're going to do it. Are we going to do it via like this text that we're doing now? This is like, it's a series.
Okay.
Or are we going to take it via the Quran directly? The problem with doing it via the Quran directly is that it's not structured. So there might be, like for example, today's verse might be doable. But if we go to the next verse and then it's right up in the sky, and then it might be a little challenging. With this text, right? So is there another approach for the Quranic text? There isn't another structured approach. Currently, this is like it's like a breakthrough one. One of the people involved in writing this book, I see, organizing it, was apparently a South African. However, but those who developed the book were actually Arabs. And so this one is currently being piloted and used in a lot of institutions, including Medina Institute, in the bachelor's program. And they used it last year and they were happy with the progress. They continued onto that, and it's still new on the block. If possible, it will expose us to some grammar. Yes. So that could be the alternative, is to really consider how we can include some grammar aspect. So, and I think that could probably address both. The problem is with time, because we're not a full-time course, right? We're barely a part-time course. So it's difficult to have a comprehensive program without being overwhelmed. You see, because like with the conversation is very direct, it's simple. We have one day for that, and then the Quranic Arabic. And how we introduce the grammar is going to be critical. But I think if we all agree on doing the grammar, we can, like we can try it out. So the exercises, I did look at it. The issue I have a problem with okay, perhaps the thing is with the exercise, we're currently busy with book 2. And to do those exercises, a lot of background work, which is in book 1, but book 1 wouldn't work for us in terms of where we are. It would be like starting Arabiya Bayni Yadayk, like from scratch. And that would be a lot of time in there. We can carry on without the grammar. What we're going to get is the comprehension. We're going to learn to understand verses of the Quran. The grammar, in the most ideal world, we'll learn it in a separate course, because in a structured grammar, you learn a concept, tomorrow another concept, and then we build on from there, and there's no disruption. But possibly we could do it in that way. Possibly I could backtrack the grammar, just the grammar part. We can start from the same book, but the grammar aspects, we maybe start from the beginning, from book 1, and we follow that through in that order. But we won't be able to start with the grammar concept that's in the book. Some of you will be able to manage, but others it's going to be confusing. But if we all agree that we would like to do some grammar, like structured grammar part of it, and then I could work towards including that. Right, so we can just get that indication. So, so when we're talking about Surah Mulk, so and also the issue with, if we do Surah Mulk like we did it last time, it's not going to address like Quranic, like tafsir, understanding, comprehension. Yes. So someone said the short course on grammar, it was very practical, it was very effective in that case, and possibly we could possibly do like a short course like that, possibly during the Ramadan or every now and then. I would be happy with something like that. The issue with that way we did it that way, it just doesn't include the lot of aspects that we're doing currently in the Quranic Arabic. So it's not the same type of program with the same type of outcomes at all. Although I think it's both like really great. Okay. Someone asking if we do grammar, at which point would we start? Like where would we have to start from? It would have to be from the very beginning, from a noun. We have to. If we start anywhere from the middle, it's just eventually we're gonna be stuck, right? That's the problem with starting from the middle. You can go on and on, eventually come to a point where you're like, okay, then we're gonna start playing patch up. Let's learn a bit here, learn a bit there. Right, and if we do agree on if we do agree on even doing grammar, it would need to be structured in the sense that it would need an allocated time and consistent time with it, so that there's follow through and follow up on the lessons, and not now and then again. Because I think that's what we did before the last time. It was like I think we did it every second week, but sometimes we didn't do it. And then it led up to doing that practical on the Surah Tabarak, and I think that was very nice. Okay, I'm getting a lot of I think we're generally all on the same page. I think generally all on the same page. Some of us want to include structured grammar. Okay, just a quick indication. I'm not sure who all was part of the Surah Tabarak exercise, but who is keen on something like that, but not necessarily replacing the Quranic Arabic, but maybe adding a component of such.
Sheikh, is it possible to do the grammar sort of a separate course?
You know, that is a good idea, actually. I never thought of that. like a separate day, separate course.
Yes, because this Quranic
Hmm.
Arabic ultimate aim is to, read the Quran and understand.
Yes, exactly. Yes.
understand. That's the aim of this course. and
That's the
what-
aim of that one, yes, yeah. Not necessarily the grammar course, because you don't need to know grammar to understand the Quran. I could understand the Quran before I knew anything of grammar. I didn't even know what a noun was. And it was just through this method of just, conversing and just understanding the language. You can actually understand the Quran. But to understand like in a deep sense, like if you want to go into like do tafsir, like on that level yourself, you're gonna need obviously some grammar.
So could we do the grammar separately, perhaps?
That's something that you can. I think eventually, that's something that could be. I mean, I would be happy to do that, but it would be a separate course. So let's hear some more ideas.
I agree with Sister Zubaida. I'm new here, but I really enjoy the way you structured this Quranic Arabic course.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, shukran for that feedback. So, okay, what are the current? No, the call it the. I don't know what to call the guys, the lifers. Let's call them that. Those are always from the beginning, because obviously you guys know we've been through all the phases. How does a separate course sound to you guys? Obviously, the timing is a nightmare, plus if you're already tied up with two courses. No, no. So we're looking at our entire plan with not considering Ramadan, not considering Ramadan.
Sheikh, Assalamualaikum.
Yes, تفضلي.
Sheikh, so remember we were talking about on Monday that
Yes.
that the Quranic course we feeling, or some of us are feeling that we are just translating.
Yes.
So how about if, because remember the Quranic text, it's like one Quran ayah and then they just explaining further what Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam said, and
Yes.
he's just adding on. Is it not possible if we can cover, if maybe we can go with the same approach,
Yes.
cover one Quran ayah and
Yes.
apply grammar to that particular one? Because like this morning, I was busy in the kitchen after Fajr,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
one of the Quran ayahs popped up, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I did that. I know that translation. And before the Sheikh could
Yes.
translate it, finish, I'm like, I know this. I feel good because we
Yes.
did
Yes.
this.
Yes.
So I'm
Yes.
just saying now, maybe we could we not give the grammar approach to that particular ayah that we are busy with? And
Okay.
if we are going
Okay.
to do like
Okay.
one particular surah.
Yes. Okay. So the idea, so you're sort of suggesting that. So we look at the vocab, you see, but the vocab that we're doing, the vocab in the text, how the Quranic Arabic text, how that thing normally working now currently. So the benefit in that is not only in the translation, is in the explanation of the vocab that I do in the beginning, because it's kind of orienting to the vocab, you listen to what it means, and the vocab in the text outside the ayah itself are Quranic words also. So there's that component. What you're suggesting is that ayah that's in the text, let's grammatically analyze that one with what we know. Is that what you're saying? Okay, then we kind of
Yes.
included in there also like a grammatical component.
Yes, if everybody is not, because I mean, if we're talking about a separate Arabic grammar course, which day are we going to do that?
Yes, and obviously, yeah, that is the.
That's
It's
the
not,
thing.
and 3 classes per week is a lot, you know.
I mean, we started off with 5 classes a week, which was really, but then it
Yes,
was
yes.
COVID and we had time. But now, I
Yes.
mean, life has gone on and we have other things. That's the thing.
Yes, yes, yes. Okay, so then,
Assalamu alaikum, Sheikh. Can I just say
course,
something
yeah.
quickly, please?
Tafadhali.
Yeah. Now, I just want to reiterate what Yusra said. Look, at the moment, I don't know about the others, but I'm really enjoying the Monday class at the
Yes,
moment
yes.
with the text and all of that.
Yes, yes,
So
yes.
just to reiterate, I'm also on the page where I think it would be a good idea
Yeah.
to where, like, as we're doing our Monday translations, that
Yes.
Sheikh just takes a verse from there and then we just do some grammar on
Some
that verse.
grammar.
Because I think, relevant grammar, because look, when Sheikh looks at the verse, you can already see what grammar pops up there, because it will
Right.
be, different grammar for different verses, maybe.
Yeah,
So you
exactly.
can
Yeah.
actually see, what pops up, and then you could do that grammar with us as
Right.
it is in the verse. And I'm just thinking another class is just going to be too much, because we've got
Too
other
much, yeah.
things going on as
Of
well,
course, yeah.
during the week. Yeah. So
Yes.
I would be for the idea of, doing the grammar in the Monday night class while we're doing that text we're busy with now.
Yes.
And I think that text is actually quite nice, because you actually, the words tend to then stick in your head,
Stick in your
because
head, yes,
you
yeah.
do, yes, because it's like a small text at a time, and you're
Yes.
spending time on it. So the words
Yes.
tend to stick in my head then, rather
Yes.
than doing a huge text with so many words. And for
Yes.
me, that's a challenge then.
Yes, yes. So then, let's start off then by revising the concepts that we covered already. The marfu', the mansoob, the majroor, and we speak about like the fa'il, the subject, and the object that is mansoob. Maybe consolidating so that it's not like in the beginning when we're learning now new concept, the same approach, learn it practically, and we apply it by the verses. Yeah, I think just to include that component. Yes. Yeah, so sister, the exercise related to the grammar can also be addressed. Yes. So then it will, just because that hour is so short, a class like this is that Quranic Arabic, especially that one, it's more suitable for like an hour and a half. We could fit all of those things in. But let's nothing's impossible. Let's go for it. I think we established one thing. I think because we all, there are some of you new here, so you could also it will be a nice, interesting when we do we did a very unique approach to the grammar, where we took it just from practical side. Practical, we start with practical, then do theory. And then we actually tested it, or we did it on Surah Tabarak, and we're actually able to apply the rules and understand by the rules without actually needing to go into too many terminology and theory. Yeah, so we're not able to do 1.5 hour class if we include the grammar. I'm open to it. Like I said, especially with our Monday class, or with this class specifically, I have no problem. 1 hour, 1.5 hour, 2 hours is all fine. But I think 1.5 hour, I could agree to that. I wouldn't suggest over more than that for some of you. I know you're all very busy. Sister Shabnam, do you have a comment?
No. So what if we start the Ajrumiyah in like the last half an hour of that class? If we have a 1.5 hour
Yeah.
class, and we
So,
specifically
yeah.
start the Ajrumiyah.
Yes. So the Sister Shabnam is suggesting that's an Arabic grammar text. That was actually one of the suggestions earlier. That if we didn't do Quranic Arabic, it would have been grammar that actually would have been the Ajrumiyah. It's a very intensive course, something that they need like a commitment for a year. It would need a course on its own. I think if I'm going to do the Ajrumiyah, it would be a course on its own, but I know for certain most in the class actually would not actually be interested in doing that as part of this course. That I can guarantee. So Sister Shabnam, probably just hold on, because this is something we did discuss, I think, before. So we could look into possibly a separate course at another time. But the grammar that we did the last time, the practical grammar that Sister Amna is referring to, something like that actually leads up to being able to do the Ajrumiyah in a much way that it's much easier, because the Ajrumiyah can be studying grammar on that abstract and theoretical level. It can be sometimes get a bit despondent, frustrating, and so on, and unless you are highly motivated. So Sister Shabnam, let me keep that also in mind for a separate course.
Inshallah.
Jazakumullah khair. Okay, so let's trial then that, right? So let's start with in the next, we're saying the next lesson, it's Ramadan basically. I'm not sure if we're having a lesson on Monday. When is Ramadan?
Next Tuesday, inshallah.
It's Tuesday. So Monday. So Monday, is it Monday night going to be the
Today's
first?
moon sighting. Monday's moon
Tarawih.
sighting.
Okay.
Monday
So is
not
this our last
confirmed,
class
sister.
then?
Monday night. This Monday night is moon sighting.
So is
So
this
we're
our
not
last in the week class for this
Naam,
month
Sheikh.
now, for the next, okay. All right. So then it's just up to us now deciding on, okay, so we got clarity. We're going to try that. Leave it to me. I will start preparing for that for after Ramadan. So we'll start after Ramadan strong, inshallah, with the Quranic Arabic and including sort of revision of the grammar that we covered in the practical sense. And I think it will be great. I think it will be good. It was excellent input there. The only thing we have to decide now on is Ramadan on a Sunday at 8 o'clock or 7:30. Okay. Can I just get an indication here? Who is feeling more on the let's say the negative side for the morning Ramadan class? So Sunday evenings, so Ramadan, so we look at there's the buka time, can't happen there. After you're looking at after Taraweeh, so we're looking at a late class. It's a bit I'm not sure, unless everyone agree. Oh, okay, Sister Naha. Okay, we are jealous now. Now I know, so I understand when I was in Egypt, it was like 10 o'clock class, bring it on. Okay, I'm saying morning. Well, one
So
after
what
two.
about the morning class, but a little later, like 9 a.m.?
Yes, so there is somebody can take,
Yes.
you can still take a decent nap after
Yeah.
after
9
Salah.
is fine. 9 is fine.
Okay.
Yeah, I may not be around. I hope to go for
Yeah.
Umrah, inshallah. So
No, but you're okay. If you go on Umrah, you're gonna make dua for us, and you're gonna be okay. When you come back, you're gonna be speaking Arabic there and listening to Arabic there, inshallah.
inshallah.
So you'll have your course there.
I will try to join, but it's going to be difficult
No,
because
it's gonna be very difficult. Very difficult. Right. Then that's the next question. I think I'm inclining more towards Sunday morning at 9 a.m. Right? I'm gonna go.
Inshallah.
I'm inclining more towards 9 a.m. It might be better for me as well. Okay. And then now is what are we gonna do? Are we gonna do conversational Arabic or are we gonna do Quranic Arabic?
Either.
Oh, we're gonna do a bit of both. But just remember the what you call it, the energies also. So what I think we would do, okay. Yes, so what I think we do, it's going to be very light. The purpose of a Ramadan class is not going to be to to progress and climb Kilimanjaro. So the Quranic class is not changing. It's not changing. It's going to be the same. It's just going to be like there's going to probably be less time for translation. So we'll do probably less translation. And so the explanation will be like that, like I do the explanation just to get acquainted with the words. And then more of the time would be applying the grammar onto the verses, or even the text itself, the grammar that we're going to learn. Okay, so it'll just be more clear in that way. It'll be more or less the same. Just in more of the practice that you're doing might be include grammar as well, and take some time away from the translation practice.
Will we be using the same text that we're using right now?
Exactly same text, and if there's any grammar slides that I already worked on, already have it. So it will just be slides. Very nice. So someone saying that a Quran focus was perhaps more appropriate for the month of Ramadan. I'm inclined to agree with that. So let's see. Let's set our first class, right? Our first class for Ramadan. So not the Sunday, the next Sunday, the first class in Ramadan. And let's see, inshallah, then. Yes, we'll start with the Quran, Quranic Arabic. We'll do some basic grammar, right, of the what we did before. And if at that time you feel, we have some energy, we want to do some conversation practice, and then it's something we can look into. But don't worry too much about the conversation, because when we do get back into it, we'll just have one day where we just let go and just talk, and we'll be all back on track. Inshallah. Okay, let me not keep you all behind. It's already way over. I'll continue the I'll just send the message in the group just to confirm the details about the Sunday class and the things that we spoke about. And I'll see you all. Wa sallallahu ala Sayyidina Muhammadin wa ala alihi sahbihi ajma'een. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Yes, Sister Umayma, I will do that, inshallah. I'll share that with you.